It is 5:45. Any citizens' input?
Yeah, I got one thing. Last week I read it on social media that they were going to burn out there. And it's going to be the next morning. And then Friday I go to a golf outing, and it's because they said the wind. This is on. I read it on. Is it 911 or something? And they're going to burn the cattails in 15 and 16. And the next day come up with don't see a west wind very often. Beautiful morning. No, and then it didn't get done. Then I got the email that. So why did it not get done?
Fire department shut us down on it.
For what reason? I mean, we're trying to get the community, the departments to work together.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to figure this out.
Yeah.
So why did the fire department say no, and when did they reschedule it?
We didn't reschedule it. From when we did the brush pile before, how it smoldered for a while, that didn't go over well. And then
Where was the brush pile at?
it was by where
Right there by.
right by New 14 Green.
Yeah.
Yep. So I guess I wasn't given a true answer why for sure, but
I'll find out and report the next meeting. I mean, everything we stress is departments to work together, and I don't get that when they's the one that put it out the day before.
well, I
didn't want to call them until I talked at this meeting. So
I don't know. There were some concerns about it.
they had no concerns the day before.
Yeah.
Or they put out the social media post that, hey, this is what's going to happen.
The
And the wind was almost zero on Friday morning, if you remember.
Yeah.
I have no idea why they would cancel
So
this when they put out the post.
I had contacted the assistant fire chief, and they kind of lined it up, and then the fire chief didn't want to allow us to do it. So,
All right, I'll find out.
Anything else?
Did you talk with Shannon at all?
Sandoval, I did not.
Who contacted you to cancel?
Tiffany.
Who?
Tiffany, the assistant fire chief. But I had started filling number 17 pond now, so
Get a little soggy.
so that one we won't.
Put a lot of gas on it; it'll
Yeah.
burn across the top.
Yeah. That one we won't be able to burn anymore. So
I know.
I haven't started filling 15 yet.
That's why the timing was really good.
Yeah,
And they can't.
that's
use wind for
what
it.
I thought. But
Okay.
that's where we're at. So
Perfect.
Anything else? Any delegations? Any additions or deletions to our current agenda? Can approve the agenda. Need a motion to approve. Terry? Joe? Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Agenda's approved. Our last meeting was on February 19th. Minutes will be up above. We need a motion to approve those. Joel? Anyone?
Second.
Thank you. Good job going down the line here. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, same sign. Minutes approved. Financial reports.
there's a couple months here, so I'll just have Kevin just kind of scroll through. If I see something or somebody else sees something, we'll stop. I do not see any there. No.
First document down. March cemetery bills.
And March is probably just a lot of supplies and parts.
And utility bills.
Yeah, utility bills. Yeah, I didn't see anything there that was too out of. Yeah, one in April. Yep. The heater and the snow blower for the Ventrac is at 15,000. The 15,000 is for the heater and our cab heater snow blower for the Ventrac for the cemetery. 1,800. Oh, I know what that was. That was repaired to a pickup truck, that a personal truck. 27.7. That was our purchase of new cemetery pickup truck.
Not quite new, but it's a
Well,
replacement.
yeah, new to us.
There you go.
It's actually pretty nice. We got a 2018 with 23,000 miles on it, and we purchased it from out of town, and I didn't even get out of Brookings, and I got a chip in the windshield.
Way to go.
We already fixed it though.
February golf course.
Okay. I didn't see him there. Insurance. So that insurance covers us for the year. Those items. So that covers building,
Windshields.
equipment,
Windshields.
windshields. Yeah. Yeah.
I am here.
Oh, March, right. That was it. Oh,
I think I did March.
that was March.
Mhm.
Cell phone. Rate gauge.
Chemical
What are gas prices now?
for us. I didn't look at the last. I don't remember what it was per gallon. Yeah. Yeah, everything is pretty standard stuff. A few bigger ones for chemicals and whatnot.
Are we able to contract our gas?
Yeah, the streets department does. I've looked into it. Yeah.
Yeah, we only know.
I don't know if I want to contract into it right now or not. Right. So if I would have contracted 2 months ago, it would have been a good deal, but you never know.
Right now might be a good deal compared to 2 months from now.
Yeah, it could be.
6 weeks.
So,
Okay, so this is
Might be something to look at.
yeah,
this is February. Rev expense for
yeah, this cemetery.
cemetery again.
Yeah, well, there must be something missing there.
Back in February?
Oh, this is February. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense then. Probably just go to April.
You bet.
Unless
Nope,
somebody
red
wants
expense.
to see it.
Excuse me.
Because usually those first couple months are kind of skewed.
Isn't very often I've had 12 financial documents on one board report. All right, this is April cemetery.
As you can see, salaries are up just a little bit. Current expenses are down a little bit on this, so we're setting all right. For revenue, I've had a lot of Saturday funerals, and we've got Saturday funerals the next couple. So that just kind of keeps on adding up.
Anything else there?
Nope. As far as expenses, there again, salaries are up just a little bit, which is normal. Part-time is up. Let's see.
I see they were doing the tuck pointing and stuff out there. Did they
Yeah.
get done with that?
Yes.
Looks nice.
Yep.
Does.
Yep. Very nice.
They're on to Hitchcock Park now. You want me to go back to February and golf?
I don't think
No,
unless somebody
just-
else wants to see it.
Just go to April. It'll give us what we need anyway.
I do have a question about March and also.
Okay.
So if I look at the revenue in February for golf, under the current period, like if I'm looking at the membership fees, it says 4368, and then current year to date is 9,007. Okay, are we both tracking? Are we all tracking?
Yep.
Then when you go to March, for that same line item, for current period, it says 4639.92, but then when you go to current year to date actual, it says 4639.92. Do we like reset? Something like it's less for current year to date actual in March than it was in February.
Yeah, I'm not sure why that is.
It took the month.
Yeah, that just followed the month over.
So then are we right?
Well,
If you want me to pull up a 2-day date, I can.
We'll go to the February
well, and actually March should be more in membership than that.
Yeah, well, that's what. That's
Yeah,
what
it
caught
should
me.
be. Yeah, it should be way more than that.
Yeah, that's what caught me. But then like when you go to that line item for April, it's current period 53,000 and then current year to date is 128 for that line item.
Yeah.
Now that's the only line item that I looked at, but I wasn't, yeah, we like went backwards from February to March.
Yeah, and even in that March report, we were open in March, and there's $0 in range membership, so something's just skewed.
Yeah, well, and that's what I was looking for because we had like those huge days in
Yeah.
March.
Yeah, March was a pretty good month.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not accurate.
Which, whatever, just as long as it's
Yeah.
accurate. Right, that it caught in April.
Well, and sometimes I don't know when you ran those reports, but sometimes at the end of the month they're still entering stuff before after the first of the month.
Yep.
So,
Yeah,
but
totally get it.
that was not quite.
Yeah, totally get it. I just want to make sure that I mean, does it sound right that we did 53,000 in memberships in April?
I believe so. Yeah.
Holy smokes.
So he's running a up to date report right now. So
About 10 seconds.
well, up to end of April. So.
Where's the rest of the report?
All right, so
I gotta go
one-
sideways.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so 128,000 in membership.
Yeah, I think that's what it shows. Yep.
See, that's what caught my eye when Eric said we're 55 new members, but we're still 4,000 behind in revenue.
Right.
But they paid later this year because of the weather's not been as good.
Well, and if there's a bunch of Fun Pass, they pay by the month.
Yep.
Compared to,
I'm sorry, we're not jumping to Eric's report yet. Again. Oh, scroll ahead in here again.
But everything else kind of tracks around the same, like cart memberships is down just about,
Yep.
or cart rentals is down just about the same number that.
and last year, we had about the same temperatures or everything, but we just didn't have the ups and downs quite like we did this year. It was a little more consistent weather last year.
We had about 2 full weekends in April that were just no play whatsoever.
Right.
Because of the weather, which hurts memberships play in general.
Right.
But we're at 93% of our budget in the range memberships already.
Memberships are pretty well close to already what last year's were.
But most of that comes in here fairly quick, early.
Yeah.
So, yep. I think last year we were at about 30,000 for range memberships.
Once I get through May and in June, I mean, I can even look back at last year's memberships compared to this year's memberships and say we do have 55 new members. I can look back to who didn't join this year because we are back 14 single memberships down from last year. So I can look back to see who specifically it was right off the top of my head. I can't say specifically who has not gotten their membership quite yet or decided not to play golf this year, join somewhere else.
Anything else on here?
Unless somebody else has questions, I mean, I think overall, even though some of them are behind last year, I still think we're sitting pretty good. So,
We did almost, which I'll get to that, close to about 1,000 rounds less in April this year than we did last year in April. Yeah, it's all weather dependent,
Yep.
especially in the spring. I mean, summer's one thing when you get rain nowadays, but spring, March, April is all just hit or miss weather wise. If it's 45 degrees, there's going to be nobody out there.
Because
Plenty
the days that you're open, you're
busy.
Yeah.
stacked from
Yeah.
the front end to the back end.
yeah.
Well, I think we said too, at the end of last year, we're not going to have a year like we had last year.
I was just going to say, let's not forget we did 40,000 rounds last year.
There was no weather events. All right, we good? Need a motion to approve the financials.
Let's move.
Joel?
Sorry.
Tom? Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. They are approved. Clubhouse report.
So my clubhouse report is from March.
Not much on this part. Go to the other document, and I'll get to this one next, I guess. Sorry, Kevin.
It's okay.
This was basically through March and then the first part of April before we were going to have our April meeting, but opened up clubhouse and driving range a few days before we actually opened up the course early in March. Open for play on March 20th, which is about a week and a half, 2 weeks later than last year. I think it was March 9th that we opened up the course last year. A few of those weekends, like I said, saw over 200 rounds, but we also had somewhere that was cold and there was no play. I think over Easter weekend, maybe it was bad weather, no play. Still taking in memberships. Memberships will go all the way, through middle of June, end of June sometimes. School's still going too, so some of the people that wait till high school's getting out, college just graduated, so weather's hit or miss. This spring, even this week, it's going to be warmer, but it's going to be windy all week. and that affects play as well. Just organizing. We start league Tuesday night men's league tomorrow. We have ladies opening scramble. That was supposed to be last Wednesday. They pushed it back to this Wednesday because it wasn't very nice last week. We have Mitchell High School girls invite on Friday. We have our first graduation party that's on the north patio this Saturday. Then we have some region tournaments Monday, May 18th and Tuesday, May 19th, and then a few more graduation parties the following weekend for high school out in the north patio. So just scheduling all that and preparing kind of for the year with leagues, tournaments, contacting fundraisers, getting information from them. So, but weekends have been busy. Just trying to accommodate everybody, get through. I mean, there's a lot of even this year, new faces to the golf world. Just trying to help them out and get them out there. Range is full. If you've been out to the range, I mean, the range has people on it about all the time. Busiest times right now are probably from 3:30 till about, on weekdays, 3:30 when school gets out to about 6:30, 7 o'clock at night. Weekends, the mornings are a little bit slower because it's still cold out in the morning, but then you hit that 10:30, 11 o'clock, then it fills in for the rest of the days. So once it warms up, the sun's coming up early enough, guys and gals will be out early on too on weekends. So that's it for that part of it. And I'll get into the rounds here and the rounds played on this one. I have it updated on my sheet. I'll kind of go over this is just through March. Rounds, month of March. Go back up, Kevin, for rounds. Then I'll get into, so rounds 2026, month of March, we had 901. Last year in March, we had 1,205. So about 200 rounds, 300 rounds less this March than last March. And then April, I don't have up there, but last year, April 2025, we had 3,413 rounds. This April, we had 2,734 rounds, so about 650-ish, 700 rounds less this April than last year. If you go to the membership numbers now, so if you look at 2025, last year we had total members. That's not memberships. It's just members, including a family of 4. All 4 of those are considered members on one membership. But we had 746 in 2025. Through March, we were at 337. Through April, we were at 597 members and 347 memberships. In 2025, we were at 610 memberships. Or members, 610 members. And then the single adults were at 162 as of through April. Couples were at 52 memberships, 104 members. College, we're up to 25 members now through April. Student memberships were at 38 members in membership so far. Families were at 268 total members with 70 memberships now through April on that side. If that all made sense as I was rambling that through without a sheet in front of you like I have.
So we're tracking close.
We're tracking close, yeah. And like I said earlier, there's people that I haven't seen yet that I know golf. So it's either if they come out, get a membership this year at Lakeview, or if they cut golf out, or if they're joining somewhere else. I won't know until end of May-ish here into June. On the range side of it, the single range passes there. We're at 43 single range passes through March. We're now at 65 single range passes through April. Family range passes, we were at 21 through March, and now we're at 34 family range passes through April. And there's been a lot of good comments about the range card that we implemented this year. If you have a single range pass, you get a range card instead of having to come in and get a long list of codes to enter in out at the driving range. So those have been going over well. I will at the next meeting, I'll get the City of Mitchell Fun Pass membership numbers. Those are coming in about daily, 1 or 2 a day from renewals to new ones and stuff. So I'll kind of have that all tracked. I mean, most of the renewals come here in May for the city fund passes, and then there's 3, 4 to 7 through June, July each of those months. But most of the city fund passes renewals come up here in May. So I'll get kind of a firm number on those. It's hard to predict where the numbers will be at or fall at when it's all said and done for member numbers when we're still just in the beginning stages of the 2026 season.
You don't have to go back to it, Kevin, but clubhouse report, we got Mid-Am coming up here in a couple weeks, don't we?
Mid-Am is Saturday, June 6th and Sunday, June 7th. So that's in 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yeah. I can go through the list of what's all coming up if you want.
No, I was just thinking just on a grand level, that's a big thing we got coming up.
Yep. Our first fundraiser event is the 22nd of May, which is the Mitchell Christian fundraiser 4-person scramble that they have every year. DW Team Makers is the following Friday on the 29th. And then after that, we go into the 5th, 6th, and 7th of June for the SDGA Mid-Am Championship. And I think I looked at numbers today. I want to say it was up to 60-ish, 55, 60 people signed up right now for the Mid-Am Championship. I think last year they had 80 some. So my junior golf camp will be starting June 1st and June 2nd. So that'll be gearing up. I think I'm at, as of right now, 41 signed up for the younger age group and about 22 signed up for the younger group. So that'll add on. I mean, parents are starting to think of junior golf now that we're getting closer to school being out. I think school's out like May 22nd or 23rd.
When's first tee showing up?
First tee starts June 29th is their first day, basically the week after my junior golf camp finishes up.
You felt like that was a good compliment, their camp and your camp.
Yeah. Going from my camp then transitioning, I've had a few calls just asking which one to do, and I just tell them some parents do both of them if their schedules allow. Some don't allow, their schedules don't allow for June, so they do the first tee one, others vice versa. They do the June one because it allows for their schedule and they're busier in July. So, but I'd say about 70% of them did both of them last year, did the June and July one. And the first tee one's good. The June one's good. They're both good junior camps. That is all I have for my clubhouse report. So, I mean, it's early in the year. Feels like it's gone by quick already getting near into May, but just kind of gearing up for the year.
Anything else for Eric? Jason, superintendent.
Community gardens, we opened on the 5th. This says 8, but I think we're at 7 right now. Gardens left available. So all those people watching, if they want to come in tomorrow. We'll probably add some black dirt this fall to each of the sites. And probably possibly some compost. So that's about all we got going on the garden. For golf, even this last Sunday, I got out there and temperatures were warm enough, but there was frost out. So I had to kick a couple golfers off that were already on number 3. So said, well, you better head back to the clubhouse, and took about another 40 minutes before they could get back out. So yeah, got the crabgrass control sprayed. I expanded number 8 tee box just a little bit. Hopefully I get sand tomorrow. I'll start top dressing some of those par 3s, especially that one, to help level it. The new range balls are in the dispenser. Probably put the waterfall pump in this week. This thing, like I said, with the temperatures going up and down, the grass just really hasn't popped off yet. So It's looking pretty good. It's green and it's, whatnot, but just not, it's not growing a whole lot.
So a lot of winter kill.
Very little.
I didn't notice much. but I
Yeah,
didn't
very
know
little.
that
A
really
little
shows.
more on the fringes. On the greens, I think I had a sprinkler head backside of 15 that wasn't rotating. So I think that's what happened there. But I think all that came through. So yeah, I think 16 fringe kind of got nipped a little bit. Just some here and there spots. So, but nothing major in the fairways or anything like that.
I haven't been out much, but greens are rolling great.
Good.
Like they're,
I've yet to lower the height on them,
I think they're just smooth as butter.
so I can leave them at this height all year.
Probably not, but for being the last week of April, first week of May.
And as far as the height, I'm just kind of waiting for them to start growing before I really start lowering them. So, but I've been rolling them and kind of trying to do a roll one day, mow the other, and trying to keep them as true as possible. And
Like, great.
are they
Okay, they roll nice.
good?
It's
I
Joe.
don't have a big sample size, but yeah, holes aren't big enough.
I always putt best in May. Talk to me in June.
As far as the cemetery, tuck pointing wrapped up this last week. That all looks really good. There was definitely stones that came off and that were loose. I think we were expecting a little bit more than that, but but they fixed all that. All the caps got sealed, so that went well. Getting ready for Memorial Day. We're early this year, so I'm just getting staff. Won't even be fully staffed this week, but I'll be probably about 95%. We'll start weed eating this week. A lot of the monument companies are setting monuments. The cemetery guys are packing graves, sodding what they can, seeding graves. Got seeded along the new bike path. Doing a lot of hauling of water to the new sod and seed areas. Bathroom is, the walls are up. They're working on the partition wall in the inside. I don't, assuming that they won't have, well, I doubt they'd have it open by Memorial Day. So, but it's going along. We said earlier, purchase that new truck. One of the old trucks will be going to the Parks Department.
How does that work financially? Do they pay it for it? Do they transfer the money?
For this one, they have in the past, but for this one, since it's all general fund, and I kind of put that in as part of my justification to get the money for this new truck, that one could go to a different department. So,
They don't transfer any money to you?
not on this one.
What's the truck worth? Roughly.
3, maybe 5,000, maybe. So,
And, well, they can do that.
well, it kind of depends. Like you said, this was general fund to general fund, whereas if it would have been golf course to general fund, it might have been a little different or whatever. But in this instance, we did so. Anybody have any other questions?
I got a couple. Last year when we had the cemetery people out on that Peter moving the cart path, it was brought up that you were gonna move the dirt piles into the trees
Mhm.
and cross that A couple questions they asked was, will the cart path get tore out and when will the dirt get moved into them trees?
I have actually already started with the bike path. Then I'll probably work on the trees and the inside and then we'll move the dirt over. Probably like the big pile that's there right now. It's not meant for a big pile like that. I'm stockpiling that for a project. So, the smaller piles will be in there. So,
Clay and the dirt will be moved.
what's that?
The clay and the dirt pile.
Yeah. Yep. But like I said, the big clay pile right now, I'm not going to try to move that in there.
Junk in it.
Yeah, it's getting to be a pretty big pile. So, and then when they do the roundabout, I'll probably be able to snag more if I want it. So,
We'll bring that up.
The other one is on the waterfall, when you get it in, I got a few emails on this. What hours every day is it gonna be operating?
usually,
Last year it done, so.
yeah, I had some issues with it last year. Typically I wait till about the time that golfers kind of get there. So it might be 9 o'clock or so.
Okay.
And then I try to run it till
9 a.m.
9 a.m. till, if it's dark at 10, I might shut it off at 9. So 9 to 9.
And that's David.
Unless I have issues. Like I said, last year I had multiple different issues with it. So,
Perfect.
Yep.
So,
otherwise, so roundabout, just for you guys' information, roundabout will be starting next Monday. So there'll be detours to get to the clubhouse. So,
will they go through the houses or will they go around Indian Village?
I don't know how the street or the traffic will set it up, but I think it can go either way. So,
So, go Indian Village with the signs, but they went
Yeah.
through traffic here, through the city.
There's signs by Pebble Beach at the corner as well, so that,
Yeah.
I mean, people have the option of going either way. But he was wondering about a tournament he's got coming up this weekend in terms of how they would be routed. But tournament will take place before the signs are
Yeah.
up.
but like when we get to the mid-am, we're going to have to inform all those people on how to get there. And hopefully most people go around Indian Village and
Sure, that's what the
and
sign-
don't have quite as much going through the housing. But there will still be people go through the housing. So,
I'm sure I'll name it.
so
What's the timetable?
for the roundabout,
All year till September?
it's going to take a good chunk of summer. So,
Indian Village, it gets more revenue.
so we'll try to keep, at least the members, updated on what's going on, and hopefully the people from out of town can follow signs. So I guess that's all we can do. So,
Post a map for him if you need to.
And just kind of an FYI, as far as the range balls go, we've had some concerns about the range balls from a few people. This last winter, Jason and Eric brought over samples of the new proposed range balls, which we have now, the old range ball, and a brand new Titleist Pro V1. And we did it on the simulator and looked at spin rates, distance carry, and all that stuff. And it was very comparable to all three of those balls. There was no significant difference. And so the balls were significantly cheaper than what we've had in the past. The only thing is, the question remains is how long they're going to last. Hopefully we'll get 2 years out of them, maybe 3, like we have the other ones, but we don't know until we use them. About a week ago, one of the members took a few balls to his simulator and kind of proofed it along with a new a new
Pro V1,
Pro-
the old Stratum ball.
Yeah, did the same thing, and again came up with the same distance or same same thing we found in February. There's no huge difference in the ball. They have a lower spin rate. They carried further on mine than they did on the other guys, but not much difference. So if anybody asks, the data doesn't support it, but we'll see. No.
I'm still finding them up by 15 green, so.
Yeah.
Those are mine.
Yeah.
We had those for a while, in and out, and like I told them, I was at Elmwood last week, and they're restricted flight balls. They're soft. They're the marathon, or I think they're called marathon balls. So we're not going to have Titleist Pro V1s or Callaways or anything like that on our range, but they'll suffice. Now it's just a matter of how long
Did we put them all out? Or?
that we had in, and then some of the better old ones are mixed in with those too. So
There's about 10,000 new ones, and then probably 6,000 to 8,000 older. I only put the Strata old ones back in, and we sorted through all of them, and we have a little more sorting to do, but hopefully they're
The old ones are just junk.
yeah.
What are you doing?
Being a city entity, I don't have a whole lot of options, so.
Sit on the sun, just lose them all. They'll lose their dimples. Do you ever see one without dimples a row, one like especially on an bird range? They just go out, nothing. They won't have no dimples on it.
Yeah, Terry, you're out in the range every day, aren't you?
Hey, walk by.
it's like an Easter egg hunt.
And the new ones are a little brighter.
Yeah, you can see them.
So yeah, the old balls are Stratas. These new ones are range servant premium balls, basically. That's what it comes down to. These are a
Cost
little,
on them.
And we were able, for the $7,000 I had budgeted, we were able to get about 3,000 more balls. So
Price per dozen.
it was $6.95 a dozen, but I had to pay shipping on that. Where the Strata didn't have to pay shipping, so it was $1.40 or something a dozen cheaper. It ended up being, so it's like I said, I got a couple thousand more golf balls. So
I think they're
And
flying
if
the
we
same. You can just see them better.
yeah.
So you think they're not going as far.
We
as
get through the year, and if it's decided that we want to go back to the Strata, we certainly can. And then it's just going to take a little time to work these through the system. So,
How many balls do you figure you use a day?
well, I can, if that machine is totally full, it holds 19,000 golf balls. And there's some days that we could probably go through a whole machine. There's very few days when we're up and running that we're not out there picking. But like I might not fill it totally full. I might get it a little over half full or whatever that I think we can get through that particular day.
and it all goes
So-
with what's going on. Like this spring, I mean, we have 5 high schools and a college that all come out and practice and have range passes. So we go through 6-7 times the balls we would on just say a normal day without high school practice. And just depends on what's going on. We can go through a lot, especially when the numbers are a little bit more for some of these high school teams as well for how many kids they have out for golf. So we're just going.
Do we give those guys a break or?
Yep, they get so for the spring season they pay the $230 for their range pass for the team, and that's just good from they can start
For
practice
the whole year?
for just the spring season.
Okay.
So
Right.
they just go from March. I think their first practice was late March, end of March, and then once their season is done in May, middle of May, end of May, then they're done. Because we have Ethan High School, Parkson does it, Mount Vernon, Plankington, Old Dakota Westland, Kimball White Lake came over. They all buy that pass. For it, Ethan High School actually buys their kids student memberships for the whole year for the golf course. They have access to that, but then we charge the schools $230 for their range pass for the spring season. Then same thing come fall once we start with fall high school golf. Then they re-up their range pass for their team. So it's basically a team range for $230.
Anything else for Jason? Okay, we need to approve a partial refund of $202 in fees from the Hayland lease due to tree piles covering a portion of rented hayland.
So this was from actually a couple years ago. I thought it got taken care of and it did not. So this would just be take from 2 acres of the hayland lease, reimbursing him for that. So I was the total is $2,300 and I figured it was about 2 acres. So it come out to $102 or $101 per acre that he felt he lost out on. So
Where's that come out of?
it'll come out a refund of fees from the cemetery. So I do have
Joel?
some.
Second.
Mark, any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. It shall be refunded. T-marker update.
So we'll just look at these, get your guys' opinion. As you know, we had an offer of a donation to replace the T markers. So through a couple iterations and dealing with a T marker company, this is kind of what we came up with.
I think so. Or less.
Than that, 50%.
So as you see, that dotted red line would be folded there, so that would be coming down, and it would be like a wedge.
I'll demonstrate.
Yeah. So kind of like that. So, so this is what we came up with, and we really liked it until we found out the price of it. So, it was a little more than what we had thought, and it's more than what the donation is. So, unless if you guys feel like you want to pursue this, but these were about, if we do all of the T markers, these would be $85 a piece.
How much?
$85 a piece.
So how short are we from the
About,
pledge?
I don't remember what it was, like 6,800 would be short. So
Was there 144 T-markers?
144 T markers. Then you probably want to get a couple extra of each color. So
It was,
I like the concept of it, and I like the look of it because the dome of it is actually, it's a separate piece and it's fastened to it, so it'd have a little bit of texture to it. So
So what was it? The total project, how much was the total project?
we have somebody said they give $7,000.
37,000. What are you short from the 7,000 to get it?
To get these.
Yeah.
I was like,
12,240 for 140.
yeah,
So short 5,000.
So you're down 5,000. Okay.
Yeah.
240.
which I do not have in my budget for something like that. So, the one option we had talked about is possibly doing these on one side and keeping our broken teacups on the other side. But there again, $85 per T marker. Is that something we really want to get into? It's a fair amount of money. So,
What if you stop advertising?
I don't know how you get an advertisement on it. Yeah. On this.
yeah, we're advertising the Corn Palace.
There you go.
Yeah, they should be
Corn Pals
paying.
budget.
Yeah, Corn Pals pay for their half.
Take care of
Well,
that.
my suggestion was instead of having that thing embossed or glued on there, just laser cut out the Corn Palace,
Yeah.
just the dome. And I mean, because most of the cost has got to be in that
raised
Yep.
deal there.
Yep. So we'll
Because the Lakeview's laser cut out.
Yeah.
So just laser cut out the dome and
so I talked to the company again. So we're getting to that.
oh,
but-
I'm sorry. Shut up. You just need to hurry up.
So to do that, where we just laser cut into it, it would be about $50 or $60 a piece.
Which comes to what?
$50 we would be just a little bit short.
$79.20.
We'd be a couple hundred short.
I could live with a couple hundred short.
So, and beyond this, I've got a couple other examples of types that we'll look at just to see if that's the direction you want to go. And then we would come up with those.
Can we get one in hand without having to pay for it?
I'm assuming we'd have to pay for it.
Is our donor okay with us waiting this long?
He wants us to do something. I think as long as we're committing to do it. Because anything I'm going to do custom is going to be, it's going to be 8 weeks before we get.
We're active with it, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yep, yep.
'Cause I just heard through the grapevine that maybe he was losing some patience.
Well, originally he was going to donate just like one set of T markers, and we didn't want to just have one set of T markers that was different than everything else. So that's the reason why we didn't act on it initially. And then he came back to us and said that he wanted to replace them all, but he wanted us to do something or he's going to pull it off or pull off the offer. So
Is vandalism ever an issue out there?
every once in a while we'll lose a T
Seems like
marker.
to me, the more you make some of these, and if they're worth $85
Yeah.
each,
Well, we had a
I don't know how many. I just, top of my head, I just worry about
T
just taping them. Yeah.
we had a T sign walk off a couple years ago.
Or driving over them.
So
It's gonna happen no matter what you do.
yeah. Usually it's
Like this is less likely, or what you have, people aren't going to grab those. What we have presently, I wouldn't think very many. Something nice like this, which I'd really like it. It's just a
Yeah.
question. I didn't know.
Yep.
Huh?
You want to.
Well, I got a place on my desk with really nice.
Mark, I know how we can get you one.
$85. Is that include tax?
so this one is the first iteration that they made up for us, and we weren't real psyched about it. So
Got the new flagpole on it.
Eliminated it. Take that off.
It's kind of the Arabian look.
I like that concept, but like Kevin said, driving over it, which nobody should be up there anyway, right? But we know what happens. But also, too, you're going to get 8 sums on a tee box during a fundraiser someday. And I mean, because people are already kicking them with their feet and hitting them with their clubs and everything. Like, you step on that and you're going to put it into the ground, right? On that back end. I like the concept, though, because I don't know that I've seen anything like that
Yeah.
at any other golf course.
and that's what we had kind of discussed. We wanted something different than anybody else has, and
The only part that's colored is the dome.
so we can have the dome any color we want. We could have the other part any color we want. So
The color.
probably would. The only problem is with the gold and on the gold T markers.
So we could keep
So-
it the Bengal black and just change the dome color to a red,
Yeah, we could.
white, blue.
Yeah, we could.
That
Are they
Bengal
gonna see
black.
that? They're gonna jump on that?
Well, I'd be concerned about not seeing it if we just laser cut it out.
Yeah.
Like that's what I would be.
Well, then you'd have to keep a whole T marker.
Then the whole
Yeah,
team
have a
would
whole
be-
team.
So we had also talked about, so that's only 1.5 inches. We talked about maybe bumping that to 2 inches or 2.5 inches. So it's at a
sits
little
off
bit,
the ground.
more of an angle.
Right. But like if we just laser cut those out, like are you going to be, oh, that's the Corn Palace dome, or is it just going to look like something that's cut out of it?
Yeah.
Like that's my concern
Yeah.
about. If you just laser cut it out, like do you lose the Corn Palace dome
Yeah.
in it? Because now it's just the background is just the green grass.
Yeah.
You know.
So, and I did I should have brought it, but I did, we just took a 2 inch, end and a 6 inch piece here and I welded it on there.
and I set it up on the tee box, and me and Eric, I just put a little red spray paint on it, and you pulled up, I mean, you could see it, so it's not like it was blending in, so.
Yeah, because it's not like you're putting it in the rough. You're putting it on when you freshly mow the tee box. It's short enough.
Yeah.
You're just putting it on there. It jumped at you pretty good with the red. But
And that was the whole sign was the color or just the course balance?
the whole side, the whole thing
Yeah.
was red.
Because like, when you go to the course, you see the ones that got rocks and they got circles.
Right.
You can't
Yeah.
see those.
Jeez.
I think the whole thing needs to be the color of the tee box it's on.
So then you
Myself.
go on the yellow tees, a black dome, probably.
But I'm not a fan of the dome going on it.
So you're just doing red tees, yellow tees, white tees, and blue tees with the laser edged inched into it.
Like to see
I
one.
think so.
It'd be nice to see one.
I'd like to see one.
What there's a couple other styles that we'll just look at real quick. Maybe the picture one.
Bronze ones are nice.
So this would be just laser cutout. So this would be, they call them a lollipop. So I stick in the ground and it's a flat steel. These are just examples of things that they can do. So, I mean, they could very easily come up with a dome and put that in there. So if that's what we want. So
And how much are those?
I'm gonna guess these would probably be a little less than $50. These might be 30, close to that 40 range.
Less likely to have them stolen because you
Mhm.
can't set them on your desk.
And I have one more example I want to show you after this, but like I said, this is just
Extra ideas.
yeah, ideas of what's possible. So those are a little pie-eyed. So
One of these brown ones cost Jason.
these, so like what I was thinking is the one on the left, the red one.
Yeah, I like that.
I think that would be in that $50 to $60 range. So if we don't do the other one, this is kind of what I thought would look nice. So
Now, can you get that in different colors?
yeah, so I mean, if we wanted to, we could do the dome in the middle and have Lakeview on, and but I mean, if this is this or the other one, if we want to have the wedge one with a laser cut, I can get definite pricing, and I could probably even get sample, not a physical sample, but they could digitally do it.
What's the dimensions of those?
On this. This one's probably, I mean, you can get whatever you want, but I would say it's probably about a 4-inch, maybe a 5-inch circle.
One thing that concerned me at that red one is we've got markers now that are hard to go on the ground.
Hmm.
That looks like the same bottom to them. It's not a
Um,
spike, they got fixed.
So the only thing with that is we got 2 separate ones trying to go in, whereas this would be a single. So yeah,
One of them was Marchford.
Yeah.
The one with blisters.
Yeah, when you're putting the big ones in, you gotta really work on the teacups.
That's what I'm saying. It should have a spike and that's got a thick.
well, no,
It's got a thick.
and I thought about that, but the only problem with the spike is then they can turn easily, whereas this is going to go in and it'll stay in the right direction. So
I actually kind of like that second from the left there.
There's a blue one just
The
sit
blue
on the ground.
Right there.
yeah, so that one is.
So your donor is giving you so much money. He hasn't put a date for how long he's gonna.
No,
He didn't come with us. I mean, say he said I'm giving you $8,000. He didn't say what he wanted or anything like that.
not
He
re-
back at you then.
Not really. The only request he had is that we do some sort of marker out in the fairway, up in the 200 to 150 range for kids and families. So, so we will do that at or this year or whatever. I'll do that out of my.
Here's my take on it. If you've got $8,000 that he's gonna give, and we gotta throw another 5,000 in. I think right now with all the stuff we're doing, maybe we can use the 5,000 for something else.
Yeah.
I mean, we're looking at doing all this other stuff.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
we should wait just a little
Yeah.
bit and ask him, well.
Yeah.
can we
But
wait a
if we
little bit?
do, if we do something like this, then, I mean, then we're talking a couple $100 and I could probably make that work. Now that wedge one, if we just laser cut into that, that would probably be in that range also. So I would definitely get price. I just wanted to get a little direction from what your guys' thoughts were on what style you like and everything. If you like whatever. So that was my whole point of this. So
If they can get that first one and laser cut it and we can see it.
Yep.
I would like to see
The
it.
first one here.
The red one?
No, the very first one that we looked at the very first time. Yep. Where it's gold, but talking about just laser cutting it out. Like if we can get that and that's in that one and it's in our price point, I'm okay. I think that design is really cool because nobody else has it.
So are you saying that it'd be like that and it would be laser cut out
Mhm.
and then would you have different color ones for every T-bus? So like the
Oh.
black would be the black, you'd have a red all the way down.
Blue,
Okay.
white, yep.
Okay.
But instead of having the orange dome,
yeah,
just have it laser cut out.
if that's the direction you guys want to go, I'll get that. No,
Please check.
My 2 cents, get money given to you and make a decision what do you guys want, get them over. I don't see why I know the guy's antsy.
The donor with the pledge here, does he want like a right of first refusal on? Nope, I don't like that. Go find something else, or is he? Just
we figured we would show it to him and make sure he's okay with it. So I know he was showing this and he really liked it and we told him what the price was and he's like, ooh. So man, if this is more of the direction than that lollipop one, what I would call, or whatever. I mean, like I said, you give me the direction, we'll get it figured out. And I did go to a local company here in town and see if they would be interested in making this, and they said their schedule would not allow it. So,
Glad they're busy.
so
Let's read about these paint job. It ain't gonna be like the lake area sandblasting and the one you got now. When the paint job permanent.
well, it's not permanent. I mean, nothing's going to be permanent for paint on that when it's sitting on wet grass all the time.
It's aluminum, right? Should be.
This actually what they got is stainless steel.
Stainless steel, yes.
Yeah, the black part on this is stainless steel, and the dome is aluminum. So they wouldn't these wouldn't rust,
That's what I'm saying.
but the paint eventually would.
They be like car body paint, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it'd be powder coated originally.
The one nice thing about this, if we did the laser cut out of the dome instead of the gold dome, is that maintenance would be easy. You could paint the whole thing. You didn't have to tape them or anything like that. And even the other ones, the lollipop ones, if the paint fades on those, that's a lot of work to get those back up to condition. This
So is
is
that, would that be laser cut too then?
Yeah.
The actual.
Yep. And the other thought is, the donor mentioned that he thought maybe the Lakeview should have been on the face of it instead of the backside of it.
So does this, when you're looking at that, is this what you're saying? It look like this, Jeff? Would you have Lakeview engraved through here?
Yep.
And then you'd have the
the dome cut out of that.
there. Yep. Okay. And it sit on a tee box like this.
No spike, nothing, and just sits there.
It'd sit there.
So you wouldn't see the lake.
And so why are we gonna see the Lakeview?
We talked about moving the lake view and putting it above the dome too.
Well,
So that's not on the.
for some reason, I just don't know what you're gonna see. They go up there and they do that, and then they drive off. We're not really seeing anything back here. So that's all.
The only time you see it is when you're hitting.
Well, you wouldn't even, would you see that when you're, because this is, you're not gonna see this, are you? The
Yeah.
Lakeview?
Yeah, that's gonna be.
There'd be one on each side. So here's your tee box, one here, one here.
Oh, it's like that. It's not like, okay, I was thinking it was sitting like this going, if I'm teeing off
Oh.
that shoe.
Yeah,
Well, you could.
that's the way I would, that's the way I would do it.
How, Jason, how are they meant to be put down?
I was thinking.
Like what he's saying.
I was
Yeah.
thinking parks where they'd be facing.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was thinking.
Facing away from it.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah, I'm thinking of Jeff's.
You thinking this?
Oh, there's no
Yeah.
spikes, you can turn that way, see if they like it.
Well,
That's how dimensional I am.
well, yeah, I was thinking the same thing Jeff was, but I didn't
See,
even
I
think
was
the other
thinking
way,
the other
but now I'm
one
like,
leg
ah, that kind of makes
left
sense.
Okay.
I don't think it was
Hit that way.
facing inwards, I guess. I don't know. It
This
was
is more
uniform
uniform
going
paint
this
for
way.
the house.
Okay.
Eric, how are you looking at it?
I was looking at it going down the fairway. I don't think.
So
it-
did I.
I think it would look.
Okay,
weird
so that.
Yeah.
if both
How'd you
of them
think?
So
faced-
then does the high side go down the fairway or is it the low side going down the fairway?
Didn't
The
remember
high
that
side
first.
first on the
Yeah.
hole. So say I'm standing on the tee box right now.
So you-
there's a tee marker
you're
going
like
like
this
this
over
on
here.
this side. There's a tee
Yeah.
marker. It's like instead of this, you're talking like inside or outside.
So it's like you're launching up.
I was launching up on the tee box.
Here, and then I have.
Well, this would be advanced.
That's true.
Domes are the outside.
Yeah, you weird people are like this. This way?
Oh, Eric Rodgers like that, right there.
Well, the ball would bounce off that anyhow.
I know one of you are going, well, I thought it was this way.
You can put it any way you want.
You
I
could.
guess.
But I understand what you're saying now.
Well, either way, you're not gonna get the full bang for your buck. On which way it's sitting, right? I mean,
Depends before you turn it. If it's like,
You're not
it's like
gonna-
this.
I walked up to the damn box. I guess if I'm walking up, you got one here, and I'm walking up, you're gonna see this.
Yeah.
When you're walking back, you're gonna see this. Are you really gonna?
Okay, so how about this? Does it save us any money to not have Lakeview
That's
Yeah.
etched into it?
Yeah, and it's totally wide open, so we don't necessarily need it. But
Yeah, I mean, like they know where they're golfing.
I can put it wide. It's faced away.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. You know, every one of them say Lakeview right now.
Except for the teacups.
Depends how much you're paying
Except for
attention.
the par threes.
If you tee marker,
Yeah.
that's what we have right now. You can see it right away. I like that. Just run the shoot. Tough drop. Don't be throwing balls.
Okay, but if we go with the lollipop ones, those probably don't say Lakeview on them.
yeah, they
Probably,
could.
it's probably just the dome. isn't
Well,
it?
it depends on which one. If it's the laser cut ones,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
yes, but you can. I mean, you can do whatever you want.
Like I envisioned, like if you do like the second picture that you showed, that wasn't of this design, but the one with the long stems on it.
Yep.
Like I pictured just having the domes cut out of that one. Like they had kind of a cool little thing where it was kind of enclosed, but kind of not.
Mhm.
Like I was thinking, this is the picture one.
Like
Oh,
the
boy.
red with me.
Oh boy,
It's there.
let's give vertigo.
Up.
There you go. Down.
Yep.
Nope. Nope.
Picture one.
Picture one.
Down.
Picture one. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, like I envision.
I see them, they look a little cheesy to me.
The thing I like about these is nobody's got,
I agree.
and we can raise.
Is that a reason why nobody's got it?
What's that?
Is that a reason why?
There might be.
They're not creative like we are.
Can you get, Jason, can you get at least a cost of
Yeah.
doing that without like you even laser?
Yep.
You know,
So what I will do, if that's what you want to do, I can get digital, kind of like the sample that they gave us. It can be laser cut in, and I'll get a price.
and I'll just send it to you guys. And if you guys, nobody has objections, we'll get them ordered.
Perfect.
With Lakeview and one without.
Yeah, I'll get them both ways. I'll have them do it both ways.
And there's not room to have Lakeview above the dome.
I'll,
But, you know, if it was,
That's what I was thinking.
if you got a
Yeah.
dome here.
Yep.
Can they arch it?
And if you had Lakeview,
I'll look
I
into
don't
it.
know.
That's not,
Or,
that's good.
or at the bottom, on the bottom of the arch.
I don't know if they can
With
arch.
it.
And have it
It's
arched.
small.
Yeah.
It doesn't do any justice. They
Right.
can take
The,
it
the,
small.
the only thing with that is then it'll be closer to the grass line, but
You know,
Yeah,
it's
but
gonna
it's-
make the dome a little smaller too.
But it's
Yeah.
sitting like this though, so I mean, like I get you on the grass line, but you're more like looking
Yep.
down on it.
so I will get options and I will send you guys a sample of it and pricing of it. Okay,
Sounds good.
perfect.
We're all set on that type of team.
Cemetery.
Let me ask my wife.
Wait a minute here. Sergeant at Arms is,
Secretary.
why don't we talk about cemetery expansion?
So there's two separate deals that we got. This is one of them. This one doesn't give us near the amount of spaces. This is only about 600 grave spaces. There is a fair amount of slope here. There is
It's Long Indian Village Road.
yep, right along Indian Village Road. This is just north or south of number 13 T box.
What's this right here? Is this a road?
Yep, that's Indian Village
It's
Road.
in Village Road?
Yep.
They filled that with a bunch of crack, didn't they?
That's the other issue.
Okay.
So
Where's the bathroom?
Oh, okay, this is the old, going this way now.
Yeah, bathroom would be up in here.
Kevin was here.
So they could be going
There's no bathroom here.
That's what he's
From one of the golf courses. Further out there.
Yeah,
He's
that
saying that the expansion
shed
is
is there.
just be the smoke pit?
No, I think you got to fill, don't you?
What's that?
You got to fill.
Yeah,
To
we'll
do
have to fill quite a bit of fill there.
Shall we move on?
So anyways,
So they, okay.
I don't feel that that's a great option. So, I mean, it's something we can look at down the road. This is the one this would be the alfalfa field. So they did it in different sections. They did a base, which would be the road in and the circle in the middle. The dove or the bird in the middle, that was just done for whatever. That doesn't necessarily mean that's what's going to be there. There might be a columbarium there. There might be just a planting of stuff. There might be some sort of sculpture there. I don't know. So,
I don't.
yeah. So,
Explain where kind of a little bit here. Can you?
So
Cemetery,
the new
where's
trail.
Where's the cemetery road? Is it down here?
yeah, way down here.
This is like Jason's shop. Okay, that's Jason's shop. Okay, got it. Okay,
My shop is right here. The new 15 T box is right here.
got it.
Yeah.
Okay,
So, community gardens, serviceman cemetery.
okay.
So this would be the base part here that they split the section so it's we can pick and choose what we want to do. So this part was the base part and then some dirt work. And then they got split into area 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
So to do this part, and this part would be in the neighborhood of 700,000. To do this part and one or the other, this part and this part would probably be a little north of 500,000. This part and this part. This part and this part would probably be right about 500,000. So it's just a matter of how we want to do it. Each one of these squares is 8 graves.
How many? 8?
8.
In this section, I believe it's right about 10,000 graves.
In that first section, one?
No, in all of this.
Oh,
It's about 10,000.
Makes sense.
Right now, we have about we just got over 17,000 interments in the cemetery. And we're just running out of space. So
And that's 10,000 traditional burials,
that's 10,000 traditional burials.
not cremated.
We are, so on each grave space right now, you can do either 2 traditionals, or you can do 1 traditional and 2 cremations, or you can do 3 cremations on 1 spot. So a lot of people are going to cremations. We're not at 50% yet, or about 45, 43%. And it's been kind of just gotten up to there and just kind of stuck right there for now. That's just kind of the way it's going, and it's probably not gonna more and more. So
And you're not taking into account if it's cremation, if we do a common burning. Because then there people aren't gonna be burying.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
I mean, if we do a columbarium, excuse me, I mean, you could fit, I mean, like columbarium is about, can be anything, but I mean, it could be from where Terry's sitting to this corner. And there might be 70, 80 cremated in the edges, so. So we like this version better than the other location. I'll be asking for part of this. Hasn't been ciphered yet if it'll be just the base bid or both. One option that we've come up with, I talked to Bros Engineering, is possibility of doing 2, 1, and the base bid, but then not doing the asphalt part. They think we can maybe get that in for that about.
Where's the asphalt?
The road.
Just that road there.
There, and then all this is road.
Okay.
This is a little wider than these.
So these area, like area 1 in between, there's no, through here, there's no roads or anything in through here, driving in through.
Nope.
It's all walking.
Yep, this would be a sidewalk.
Okay.
But yeah, these are just walkways.
Okay.
In between there. Okay. So
And this is a roundabout?
technically, yes.
And this is all gonna be
Sorry, Joe.
operate line.
Yes. I don't know if we'll do any, we do have a couple flat sections right now and people are just not interested in them. So, block number 1, we have the most amount of spaces available in that one, and there's ample opportunity for people to have multiple spots, but they're just not interested in it. So.
By churches at all?
No. So like not like here. Yep. So like right now we have Calvary Cemetery, we have American Legion, we have the Servicemen Cemetery and the City Cemetery. So the Catholic is the only one, and they own all theirs, and that's way over on the east side of the cemetery. They own that, and we collect the fees for it, and we get a percentage of it for doing all the administration of it. But yeah, so, and they're kind of running out of space too, so I mean, they've got more space than what we got available, but.
But they also have crappier, putting that low ground that
Yeah.
nobody's ever going.
Yeah.
So have we talked to them? What if we develop 1 or 2 and they wanna pay for 1? Develop.
And the other one, the east one.
No. So I'm saying, we as a city do this one.
Yep.
And we say to the Catholic Church, hey, you guys wanna expand?
Yep.
We'll you pay for it? I don't know if they do it.
The one idea that we had is maybe sell them to them the east section. So, that, which would be just north of their.
Which makes more sense. Yeah.
I would foresee that happening before them bringing something over here.
No, in the east section, you're talking about that's got the slope.
Yeah.
And then they could deal
Yeah.
with what they want.
Yeah.
Tell me, it's like area 1 and area 2, and you were saying a price of 700,000.
Yeah.
Where's that money come from?
General fund.
The general fund. So it's not in the golf course, any of that kind of stuff, just general fund.
The cemetery was totally funded by general fund
Okay.
and its fees.
Okay.
So, this section, if we break it out by amount, it's gonna, we did the whole thing is like 1.7. If we break it out by how many grave sites we're getting compared to the cost, it'd be about $140 per grave site. Now, you just gotta remember, it's gonna be a really long time before we recoup that kind of money. So, whereas the other section, it was more like $420 grave. So,
How long will area one last in area two before they're filled? Do you have an idea that, does that last 20 years? 10 years? Like area
20,
one,
25 years.
area one is 25 years.
These two areas will not be filled up before I'm done. And I'm not talking just on this job.
So why would we not just do area one? I mean, do the stuff and then don't do anything with area, it's plotted, and then when we get that point, those people, why
So-
would we not do that?
And that's an option. So kind of, like the area two, the thought behind that was with the golf course right there. We have guys like Jeff McEntee and Tom that want to be buried right by the golf course.
It's true.
So,
But then I would think that they might just put two grave sites there.
Yeah.
That would just, right? You and Jeff together. What do they-
so,
It's only,
so and what we could possibly,
Area one.
what we could possibly do is, so the other issue with it is to do the dirt work. We'd probably want to do the dirt work for at least this half.
okay,
So we would probably, at least initially, just open up one and not do both and allow graves to be sold in both, but the other one will be ready to go.
So it'd be kind of like services right now. I mean, the
Yeah.
dirt work's done, you're just not expanding into that part of it.
So in that case, if we did decide we wanted to do the asphalt of the roads and we wanted to do this one first or that one first, we wouldn't do the asphalt on the other side. We'd just gravel it for now.
So do you have a plan with the current tenant that's got the alfalfa? Work that out or will it?
My guess is if we cut out half of that, he's probably not gonna be real interested in finishing.
All right, so then that leads me to my second question of what do we do with that property?
And it probably just need to be maintained.
That's a chunk of ground to be mowing.
if we just did area one, do you think you'd still want to keep the alfalfa?
I don't know. It's gonna be some dinking around to get around and, I don't know.
Because if we just did area one, we would still do like that base road, right?
Yeah, I think the base road we kind of need to do regardless.
Right.
That way it gives you an in.
Yeah.
It gives you an out. So,
That wide road would be awesome, because now you can double, if not triple.
How much is, fresh from memory, self-funded, is general fund 60%?
right around that. I don't remember.
I don't off the top of my head, no.
Yeah, off the top of my head, I'd have to look at it real quick.
But here's the problem now, with cemetery. So unless you're Catholic, and you wanna go in there and buy 5 graves or 4 graves, it's getting tougher and tougher to find those. I mean, you just can't find them.
Something that has to be done for something. I mean, it just has to be done. And I think everybody understands that. It's just a matter of how big of a chunk we're gonna take.
Well, I think we need to do for sure one section. But I don't know if you do the area 2 or area 1. It all depends if you wanna promote it, you know?
I'm just thinking if we do area one with the base in there and leave the rest, you probably have somebody that will be still interested in for another 20 years harvesting that we don't have to maintain.
I agree, 100%. Well, you're getting some income off it, otherwise it's an expense for you guys to mow it.
Well, yeah, the income and we don't have to do anything with it.
Right.
It's
Well, it's really not that large of an income. It'd be more than expensive.
Because what do we get on that?
so
What does it take to mow that all the time?
20 acres.
yeah, that's
It's really not, we don't really care what we're taking in, as long as we don't have to have an expense. Yeah, to be honest with you. But it's just sitting there.
Well, if he says I'm not gonna do it, he's not the only guy.
Yeah.
We find somebody else that's interested.
right.
Yeah, what do you do?
Nothing.
You might as well do it.
Do we have to mow that? I'm assuming we do from the cart path to the houses now with the trees in it. Is that cemetery job?
Yeah.
Is that parks?
No, we do. Right now, we mow along the outside of that, a couple passes. I think it's like 20 or so feet that we mow right now.
Is it too early? Can you tell me tree supply?
Most of them, the only ones, we had 3 that got hit by deer last year. And we got a couple more that were kind of questioned. There's about 4 of them. I'm not ready to give up on them yet.
I see some rubs on them.
So what would happen if you turn around and you're gonna say, okay, I'm gonna do area 1? You put the road in, you come over here. Do you need to do the roundabout, or could you just make this go around? Just have that section
Yeah.
now, don't worry about that, and then when 20 years from now, we decide to do it, go around, and then address it at that time?
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, and realistically, I mean, a guy could just, I mean, if you're just talking about that much, a guy could just come over and down, and then if you decide to do that at a later date, tearing that much road up is not that big of a deal. So, we had figured it out. Probably talk to our engineering.
tell me how long before you need area 1? So you need it, so you're saying you need it now?
We need it soon. So we have about, I don't know what we're at, 300 spots. But most of those are in area 1 that are all flat stones. Or they're scattered throughout that, if you came in and you wanted 12 spots, or even anything more than 2 or 3 spots in a row, it's pretty tough, unless if you're a Catholic. And that's more of the, we've tried to develop some extra areas to make it so that we have more spots, but it's getting thinner and thinner. So it's essentially about 2 or 3 sections that there's much of anything available. Something needs to happen in the next, if it's not next year, the year after.
You're planning on putting this in the budget coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's just a discussion, right?
Yep, just discussion, just to give you guys I meant to get this to you guys earlier, but we hadn't yet, so just wanted you to have full understanding of what it was. I think I showed a few of you it, but
Is it all right if we move on to number 12 now, Tom? Sorry, I couldn't resist. Review and approve a priority order of capital items to be requested in 2027. I better rotate back.
That's what I was just looking at.
I think it's easier if we just do this.
No kidding.
I don't know that it can be rotated. It's the double arrow on top. To the way right. To see if there's more. I think you got to download it, and now there you go.
There you go.
Rotate.
Boom.
so in there it has what we are doing this year.
and then for next year. So this is part of the tenure that we developed last year. So for the cemetery expansion, I just put 500,000 in when I did this a year or so ago. And then HD Workman, that's replacing the heavy duty utility vehicle with the heated cab for burials and stuff throughout the winter, and we do snow removal with. But after looking at it, I'm gonna flip flop that with 2028 for an out front mower. There's a little more need for that, and out front mower will be a little less cost as well. So as far as the cemetery, we'll be asking for cemetery expansion and 60 inch out front.
What brand mower is that?
More than likely, we're pretty much all Toro, so I mean, I'll look at other brands, but I had tried to get used units a couple years ago, and they just don't make them anymore. We really like them because they hang over one side really good, so it's really good for tucking in amongst graves, but just could not find them. And they haven't made them since 2008, so. Was there anything else in cemetery that you guys felt like we should be looking at, or? And these dollar amounts aren't exactly set in stone after we get it.
Jason,
It's more
go back up to that cemetery expansion.
Yep.
That 500,000, is that for what you showed up there, area 1, 2, 3, and 4, or is it?
No, that would be one of the areas in the base area. So the cul-de-sac and that's about all it would do. And that would even probably be a little short. Like I said, this dollar amount isn't necessarily what you're approving. It's just the concept of what we're asking for. So.
Which you would probably be adding easily 2,500 grand.
Oh yeah. Yep. And we have 120 to 160 burials a year. We probably sell about 70 graves a year, 80, maybe 80 on a good year.
It buys a few years.
Yeah.
In that development, is there trees within that estimate as far as placement?
Yes, there's trees in there. And that would be getting water out to it, not sprinkler system, but it would be water with spigots like we have in the rest of the cemetery. It would be dirt work. It would be trees. It would be seeding, fertilizing. So essentially the whole development of it. So. Anybody else have anything else cemetery wise that they would like to see done, or?
So cemetery,
Cemetery is the $500,000 for the cemetery expansion and 30,000 for the out front mower.
Yes.
Okay.
Like I said, that dollar amount might change, a little
Gotcha.
bit, but it's
Those are the items.
Yep.
Okay.
Anybody have an issue with that? And then for golf course, I had $100,000 in for cart path repair, and I had 100,000 next year and the year after. So, and then we've had issues with the heating and cooling system in the clubhouse for the last couple of summers. It seems to happen at the hottest time and during a big tournament, and the units are old. Every time they come to fix them, you should really think about replacing them. So, the 30,000, I'm getting quotes as we speak. That 30,000 was the quote I got last year. That would be to replace with the same efficiency as what we've got in there now.
Is it 80 or is it better?
They call this a 14 SEER, whereas they recommended a 16 SEER. I don't know what that's. I think the 16 SEER is like a 95% efficiency or something like that. So I haven't got the pricing, the updated pricing on it. So like I said, this was last year's pricing. So, and this would, so right now we have two separate furnaces, two separate AC units that service the clubhouse. This would be replacing both heater furnaces and both air conditioning units.
Current ones we have, I mean,
What's that?
the current ones we got, how old are they? They're old, are they?
The AC units are pretty old. I think the heating units are maybe a little newer, but they're still aging. I don't remember what he said the year was last year.
The original with the building?
I'm gonna guess AC units probably are, but
I'm sure they're gonna be way more efficient.
well, and that's the other thing is save on efficiency. So there again, is there anything else that and in there for, so just so go forward a little bit, next year or the year after, I've got in there for shop expansion, shared with the cemetery. Just that FYI, that's what I'm hoping to do. Right now, the metal shed out in the middle of the golf course where I keep my fertilizer, it's kind of sprung a leak in the roof. So I'm gonna,
It's galvanized and it's flaking off. It's got some.
it's just gonna get worse and worse. So I'm gonna come up with a way to get by for now, and then, but when we do that shop expansion, that would be a good opportunity to move that fertilizer to the up by the maintenance shed and get that building out of there. That's an eyesore. So
In about what year are we seriously circling for a clubhouse?
I think I had 2036, I believe.
So you say cart path repair. What do you do? What does that mean? I mean,
So
cart paths in or?
So either we'll see how much we can get done for that dollar amount, and it might be replacing X amount, or it might be patching and crack sealing. And I really don't want to go any higher than some of them already are. So
You know, put another layer on top.
no, some of them are already up there. Yeah, they are. So
What's your options on? You have to tear it out and put a new mat in?
yeah, tear it out, put a new mat in. Yeah. So now, how far I get for $100,000, I haven't gotten that far yet. So, is it going to replace everything that should be replaced? No, it won't. It won't even come close. But we got to start somewhere.
And you still want the same amount of cart paths that we have now?
Yeah, more. Well, I'd really like, and part of that might be the new 1415, which we got to do yet. So, part of that might be doing that job, and then the other part is fixing other stuff on the golf course, and then the 100,000 for the year after will be for repairing some of the other spots. So,
Does the city own a narrower?
so commercial asphalt would probably have to do it. The city does patches where they bring stuff out, but usually they're in their big payloader and stuff, and by the time they get their equipment out there or rip more stuff up, then so what I'm hoping to do is maybe get some in some of my equipment and take out and do some patching myself. So Cause we just have some breakout areas that just needs to be repaired. So. So. Does anybody have anything else that they would question or?
I missed the part, did you, down the road, with the air conditioners, heaters, is the clubhouse? Future new clubhouse?
Well, that's the other question is, I mean, it's before that stuff would be purchased, that would be a discussion that we should probably have. But I mean, if it's 10 years down the road yet, I mean, do we try to patch it for another 10 years? I don't know.
Well, I was gonna bring that up is I don't know if 30,000 gets you like the base model or if that's kind of like shooting the moon, but I'd prefer to not shoot the moon.
Mhm.
Knowing that in the next 10 years, it has to happen. Like it's got to happen. Clubhouse.
Yeah.
Like we're there.
And if you go too big on an AC unit, you don't get the dehumidification factor in there.
Yep. Okay. So I've been thinking about this, and this is ahead of the game, but I guess it's kind of what we're talking about here. How much are like, I'm going to call it like a pole shed, right? But like they can do some pretty, like think on the level like a Schaus. Okay. They can do some pretty cool stuff with that now. Is there any cost savings in doing something like that, like for a clubhouse? You know what I'm saying? And I don't even know like if that's something that we would entertain, but like you can do some pretty cool things with those right now. And where's it going to be 10 years from now? But yeah, because I'm looking at it with the heating and cooling system. Like I said, I want to go put a Mac Daddy in there, just turn around and build a new place in 8 years and have to do it all over.
The 30, that was essentially replace what we got.
Okay.
I mean, same efficiency, same, not getting high efficiency. And I mean, it might be a matter of maybe we just replace the AC units and because we haven't had that much issue with the furnaces.
Yeah. We I would say use the furnace to a minimal, but
Yeah.
not open during the winter, obviously. Right. So it's not really use it much, just AC.
So,
But I mean, like, do you know, is there a cost savings to like doing like a structure like that over like what Elmwood's doing? I mean, what's theirs like? How many $1 million was theirs? You remember that when we went there?
Over 7.
Yeah,
I
7.
mean, I don't think we're gonna get away with that.
But they're a full restaurant,
right?
And whatnot. So, I mean, we really haven't looked into it. I think it's possible, but I've also heard from some saying the Schaus deal. It all depends on what you put into it because you can make it just as expensive as the other, but so. But
You need these items approved?
yeah, just approve the
So
items,
essentially-
not necessarily the pricing of them.
No, but the 4 items.
Yeah.
For cemetery and for the golf course. Do we have a motion to approve those items?
So
Joel? Tom? Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. They are approved. Next meeting date will be June 8th. I even doubled on the calendar there. Our last item is an executive session. I need a motion to enter into executive session in accordance with SDCL 125-2, subsection 5, to discuss marketing and or pricing strategies of a publicly owned competitive business.
So
Joel? Terry? Second. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. There will be no further action after this. The meeting will be adjourned.
8:30. Want me to drive or you drive? Yeah, you, my truck's full of seed. How much you done with? Yeah, I'm returning. You know how much those bags are worth? Yeah, I'll bet, several hundred each.
You want me to write us in the June meeting?
We're in.
It's already. I don't know, who puts Monday?